Hello friends, welcome to my channel Fusion Action Learning. In today's video, we are going to cover how to create item organization as well as the inventory organization. To create the item organization, you have to go to the setup and maintenance. Under the setup and maintenance, you have to go to the task list, and under task list, you have to click on search. Once you click on search, you have to type manage item organization. You have to click on task manage item organization, and you have to click on plus icon. So in Fusion, what we have called item organization, basically in any business like in ABS, we called as a master organization where we are creating all those items, and after that we are doing the association of all those items to the child organization. Same way in Fusion, we are calling as a item organization, which is to called as a master organization in ABS. So to create the item organization, you can set it up name based on your business need. So I'm setting up Fusion master org, and then I will put Fusion master 01. So it is my master organization, and after that you have to enter your business unit name. So I am adding my business unit. Once I associate my management business unit, system automatically prompt the primary ledger, and after that you have to enter the legal entity. So you select your legal entity, and you have to tie back your location address. So let me tie back location. You can set the test location. Now this location is your internal location or the external location. You can set based on your business need. So for the master organization, for the item organization, my location will be as a internal. After that, you have to click on next. Once you click on next, you have to select your item master organization. So you have to click on drop down. You have to click on your Fusion master organization. The item grouping behavior is a definition organization, and item definition organization is a Fusion master organization. Now static revision is 01. Now if you have any DFF, you can tie back for your reporting purpose. After that, you have to click on save and close. So this is how you can create the item organization in Fusion. After that, we'll create the inventory organization. To create the inventory organization, you have to type the task called manage inventory organization. Once you type the manage inventory organization, the task called manage inventory organization will prompt. You have to click on that. Once you click, you have to click on create. Now we'll create the inventory organization where we'll perform all transactions within that inventory organization. Now Fusion inventory organization. You can set Fusion 01, and you can set it up and associate your business unit. Once you set the business unit, you have to select your legal entity. You set the legal entity, and you can see that profit center business unit is prompt. Now the status is active and the location is internal location. After that, you have to click on next. Once you click on next, what you have to do, you have to select the master organization, your definitions. So I selected the Fusion master organization, and then you select the definition organization is your Fusion inventory organization. So whenever I'm going to create any item, first it will create it into the item organization, that is called Fusion master org, and after that I will do the association to the Fusion inventory organization. Now you have to click on the schedule, so you can type your schedule. Once you click on schedule, there are lot of options available in Fusion. If your inventory organization going to track the projects related all those inventories, then you have to enable this flag. If you want to track down all your country of origin against your inventory, you have to enable this flag. So while creating the receipt, while creating the transaction, system will ask you to enter the country of origin. Now we are having in inventory organization, we are having the couple of attributes same as EBS. So like allow negative balances. So if you business would like to have that, they want to have the allow negative balances, then you enable this flag, otherwise disable. Then if system won't allow negative on hand transaction, you have to enable it, otherwise leave it. So as per your business need, you can set the flag. So if business want to have the use original receipt date, then you can enable it. So system will prompt to enter the original receipt date, then round reorder quantity, then automatically cancel transfer order, back order. So let's assume you created the transfer order and that goes into back order status, system will automatically cancel all those transfer order status. If you want that system utilize your current item cost, you enable this flag. So system will always use your current item cost. Now there are other attributes also available. So if you want additional uses like your inventory organization going to be as a manufacturing plant, you enable it. If you want this to be performed as a maintenance activities, you can do that. You can set the pick slip batch size. You can set the replenishment movement request grouping. So you have the destination sub inventory, or you want at the organization level, you can set it up. Automatically delete picks when movement requests are cancelled. So let's assume if your movement request you created in EBS, we called as a move order. Now in EBS, we are calling as a movement request. So once movement request cancelled, then system automatically delete the picks. Otherwise, if you are not enabling it and you are cancelling the movement request, system will not automatically delete all those picks. So your quantity still be in reserve. So you can enable this flag, then close movement request line at the pick confirm. So this flag, you have to enable it as per your business need. Now there are other fields available. So if your business is going to represent as a contract manufacturer, then you can enable this flag. If you want organization is associated with an internal customer, then also you enable it, and based on that you set the parameter. Now integrated system type. So whether this inventory organization will be a part of WMS system, third-party logistic, as well as coexistence integration. So based on your integration type, you can set all those values. Now, locator control. If you want your organization to be locator control enable, then you have to enable it. So we have the same options available like in EBS, that's previously defined locator control and dynamic entry locator control. Locator control determined at the sub-entry level. So if you want your organization to be locator control set as per your business need. We'll move to the next step, the lot serial number and packing unit. So you can set the lot control value, the attribute value based on your business need, how you want to set the generation, the uniqueness of your lot control. Then if you want that system allow you to set the different lot status, you enable it. Then automatically create lot conversion. If there is a need, you enable it. You can set the prefix, the total length, as well as child lot control. There are lot of option. Either you can set it up at the item level or you can set it up at the organization level. Then serial number generation. So you have the serial number generation options available. So uniqueness, whether you want to have the unique with the model as well as the inventory item, you want inventory unique, inventory unique within inventory item, unique across organization, unique within the organization. You can set it up accordingly. Then a starting serial number, you can set the prefix as well as system select serial number. So if you want that while picking, the system will select automatically serial number, you can select that. You can set it up the total length, the starting packing unit, as well as the prefix and the suffix. And then if your organization willing to use the GS1 128 code, you can enable it. Let's move to the item sourcing detail. Under the item sourcing detail, you can set the picking rule. Like in EBS, we are setting up a default picking rule that you can set it up. It's not a mandatory parameter. So if you don't want to set it up, you just leave it. If you want, then set it up the picking rule, sub-entry order, locator, all those information you can set it up based on your business need. If you want that pick confirmation is required every time while creating the pick web release, you enable this flag. Overpicking for the movement request enabled. So if you want and business want willing to have the overpicking allowed, you can enable this for the movement request. Allow overpicking for special handling, you can enable it. Automatically populate picked quantity during pick confirm. So system will automatically populate the picked quantity during the pick confirm. So you don't need to add it manually. We'll talk about the item sourcing. Under the item sourcing, whether it's organization or supplier level, you want that sourcing to be enabled. You want if the purchasing will be done by the revision, you enable this flag. So all those purchasing will be as a revision control. Then distribution parameters. So logistics services organization. So if that organization going to and willing to utilize for the logistics services, you enable it. Otherwise, leave it. After that, you have the additional information. So if you are willing to use any DFF for that respective organization to distinguish with the other organization, you can set it up, create the DFF and set the value. Once you're done, you have to click on save and close. So system prompt, the error for the schedule. So this is how you can create the item organization, so-called master organization, as well as you can create it inventory organization in Fusion. Thank you. Thank you for watching my channel, Fusion Next Gen Learning. Keep subscribing, keep watching. Happy learning.